second the agenda.
Okay, call roll.
Master Newman,
No.
Master Riley,
Yes.
Master Colon,
Yes.
Judge Wood.
Yes. Okay, well, I kind of jumped, I didn't call it order, but, okay, well, now, any discussion or anything on the motion, we might want to make a motion to present for review and the motion to approve the claims drawn on general fund, road fund, and jail fund loan transfers is presented.
Judge, in watching the YouTube video, thank you, Mr. Chipman, and speaking with the county treasurer, I would like to peel apart the request of transfers for payroll. One, to approve the $75,000 transfer for payroll from the general fund to the jail fund to approve this Friday's payroll. And then, at the request of the treasurer, call a special meeting on January 31st at 7 p.m. if it is necessary to transfer again a second time to meet February 3rd's payroll of $75,000.
Jeff, now are you also meeting the 20,000 and the 75,000?
I'm fine with the 20,000 of the claims,
And
but
the 75,000?
as discussed with the treasurer, her preference is to do less special meetings and bundle things together, once a month or so, right, Peggy, as she sees necessary. And I would like to operate in more real time, considering that the budget is in the shape that it's in, and our jobs require us to meet. So I would rather meet the end of January, if necessary, prompted by the treasurer, if the state revenue doesn't come in for February 3rd's payroll.
Yeah. Jack?
Yes, sir.
Please make that motion again, I didn't quite pick it up.
Okay, so,
Well, I don't want to approve the claims yet. I just got a couple
yeah, okay,
questions.
I'll come back to it, Judge.
Just real quick, Pat and Peggy, on the Ohio Alley Cat resource,
What
Where you
page
at,
is
what
that?
fund you in?
page
What-
3, I'm in the general fund.
Okay, what
What-
that is,
what-
Sean, I'm sorry.
What is that?
That is a spay and neuter clinic that Marcia uses,
Yeah.
that's paid for out of grant money.
Okay,
She
we get
actually got it.
reimbursed for that.
Yes.
Right, that's what I was just
Yes.
wanting to
It's
make
a
sure.
pass-through.
I thought we did. I thought it was.
I'm glad it's so bright in here,
These are bifocals. I can't see what.
Shauna, if you
I left
would,
my regular glasses at home.
Shauna, if you'll notice down below your vendor's name, you'll notice sometimes we have a description down there.
Yeah.
See, it says invoices spay and neuter.
Yeah, I seen that. I just, really, I guess I thought, just want to verify that was probably a pass-through, because it's grant
Yes.
money.
Oh,
Yeah,
pass-through,
and
yes.
I was hoping we was gonna be getting that money back.
Yes.
The problem, though, frankly, is we don't get it back right away.
Oh, I understand
And that
that.
hurts our cash flow.
Yeah, I mean, that helps our cash flow. I
Yeah.
know it might be later, but we're fine with that. I guess, just a quick question, and Judge, you might know this. The satellite tracking of home incarceration, what is that?
Oh, gosh.
If you don't want to go through it, that's fine. I just don't know what.
Well,
Chuck can explain that, Chuck.
I'm not calling Chuck, I know what home
Is it where you
incarceration.
wear the bracelets?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Cool.
But we're not bringing as much money as we thought. I've talked to Brian, I haven't talked to Chuck about it.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what I was
and let me
doing.
mention that the courts have been ordering people, we get paid for it, and we should be doubling our money on it.
Uh-huh.
But the courts, instead of locking people up and costing us money, are putting it on home incarceration, especially the juveniles. So that instead of us paying, what is it, $90? What are we paying for juveniles now? About $90 a day for a juvenile.
Right,
And we'll put them on home incarceration for like $12, and we're eating that $12, but we're saving the difference.
No one's explaining it to us, because I've asked why that number keeps, that our cost keeps going up, but our revenue keeps going down.
Yeah, and that's why.
Okay.
Chuck,
That's fine.
I was talking to, what's the name over there? He's head of the program. And said it's, I think I understand it's up to the judges to where
Yeah,
they're.
it is, and I questioned Tim Sloan a while back, because I was watching the numbers, and then I talked to Judge Funk and Judge Chandler, and they were utilizing juveniles on it, and I mean, it's a no-brainer. The county's gonna pay about $90 a day to house them.
That's right.
Or we can spend $12 and eat it, and do that, so.
I appreciate that.
Also,
Is there a reason they're down, Chuck?
The home incarceration,
Are they down some?
yeah, I mean, Joe may be able to answer that, it's just based off of who all they put on it.
Our revenues are down, Bobby, on that.
also magistrates on US Bank, that 98,000, and I meant to send you all an email, and I apologize.
That's okay.
That's for Bullington Water District, and we called Amy Johnson yesterday.
Okay.
They were going to meet today, wasn't it, Peggy?
Yes, today,
And
20th, yes.
She told us she would bring a check up Friday, so that money's just gonna pass through, that's just come right in.
I asked her, you know.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
I said thank you, because that was a big one.
Yeah.
That was a very big one.
I just did want to make a comment real quick on the jail fund. I see the Aeromax Services has finally, we're seeing the effect of the true reduction of not having to pay. We kept getting slapped with that buggy, what was it? It was humongous. Seems like we didn't have any inmates, but we were still being charged a larger amount. But I see that's down. And also I see the same thing as Southern Health Partners. So, you and Judge are commended, and the jail for going back and renegotiating that and doing the right thing there.
We meet, just for information, this also, I apologize, we meet Wednesday at 1 o'clock.
Southern Health
Both Chris will
Partners?
be there, and your master's welcome to come if you want to come.
Is that the Southern Health Partners?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
While we're on the jail topic, considering the money spent, has there been a demand letter sent in partnership, Joe, county attorney, in regards to the services rendered that we've already paid for with the construction, and then in light of the comment that you had made earlier this week that there's a second leak, and so I'm just curious.
That leak is, I know what, if I
Is
was
it
right, it's mortar joints.
So it's
So a heavy
unrelated.
rain blew in and it went in through there, and we can seal that, or
Okay.
have it tuck point.
But in regards to the other, like the leaks with the roof and that, and the other quality of their work, where are we at on?
Well, they're supposed to be coming, I call Trace Reconstruction, we gotta be careful, we lost subject, but yeah, Trace Reconstruction, we may have to sue.
Well, I'm just wondering if we shouldn't put a little bit more teeth behind our communications with them on saying by X date, there will be an update given with a new timeline to address those issues.
Well,
Jacqueline, I've been in contact with Justin from Trace Creek. They will be there today to work on the roof.
Yeah, that's right, they will.
And I think Jason is working with that too,
Okay.
when you judge the other night, he was, and I think so.
But that one wall is not the roof.
Well, it was coming from the ceiling the day before.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
But
So
it
we,
could be coming in the wall down to the ceiling?
it's probably coming in there too,
Well, okay,
but I believe it's coming in from the ceiling as well, because it was coming from the top down.
okay.
And my last question as it relates to money, the $100 and some grand that's left to pay out that service provider, is that sitting in escrow, or is that just in another account, or is that
Well,
accounted?
it's in our budget. I mean,
So it is, okay, so
What are you, I'm sorry, what are you referring
But
to?
I don't think we owe them 100,000.
what do you think we own less?
Yeah.
I was thinking it was around 120
It
grand the
was
last time,
130,000 at one time.
like
I missed the-
4 months ago. What, sir?
I'm sorry, what are y'all talking about?
I'm talking about, do you recall when we first started recognizing that the renovation was not being completed, in my opinion, to our standards for what we were paying for, and then we had approached you and said, hey, we're not paying all of the invoices, as they come in, because it seems as if they shouldn't be paid for in full.
We've held back.
Okay, so, but that, at one point in time, when we started to approach this conversation, it was around like 125 or 130 grand. And I was curious, is that money sitting in an escrow account, or is that a part of, the jail fund? And then Pat just commented, no, Jacqueline, it's not even, we owe them a lot less than 100 grand.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay. I think we'll need to go on to another subject.
Yes.
because
Okay.
This is special
Yeah, we
meeting.
gotta
and I
stay
think
on.
we need to-
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, we're gonna have a Cox meeting Monday night
Oh, good,
at five
okay, that's
fifteen.
fine, that's fine.
We're
And we just need to.
John, I shouldn't have said that either, I guess, but,
That's okay.
okay,
Okay.
listen, so now, Jacqueline, one more time, what was your motion? I'm sorry.
Well, any other questions, Shauna, with the claims then?
No, I have
Okay.
no more, and, you know, basically, I understand we're approving are we wanting to set in motion the approval of the, interfund transfer for a total of $95,000, $20,000 the first and $75,000 to meet the payroll at this time.
All right, you're approving the 20,000 and the 75,000.
And the 75.
The second 75,000, which is gonna be payroll before a regular meeting again.
All right.
You're gonna have a special
Yes,
meeting to
we'll have a
approve
special
that.
meeting, because I think we do.
Okay,
Right.
now, are we still paying the bills? I hope-
Yes, you
Yes.
are still paying the bills. That's
Okay.
what we want to cover.
Of course, our employees,
Oh, yes, we want the employees paid. Employees are entitled to be paid.
okay, well, that's a
Okay.
motion.
Well, so Jacqueline's motion is to pay the 20,000, the first 75,000. Okay.
And to call a second meeting at the request, a special meeting at the request of the treasurer on January 31st at 7 o'clock if necessary to meet February 3rd's payroll at the jail.
Will that be enough
It sounds
time?
good to me.
Yes, I've already asked her.
At 7 o'clock.
And do you also want to include in that motion to pay the claims?
Yes, ma'am, to approve the claims as presented against the general fund, road fund, and jail fund.
Now, just a minute, because if we're gonna be approving claims then too, we're approving claims before a meeting that's come up that claims are due anyway, that we would approve. We're approving claims earlier than they normally would have been approved. You see what I'm saying?
I don't understand what you're saying, I'm sorry.
Okay.
You hearing that, Peggy? I think she knew what you're talking
Does some
about.
of these claims in here, since we are wanting to peel this back, I believe Ms. Coldarn's inquiry is, did you also bucket some of these claims to be paid for in advance, whereas some of them could be paid at the special meeting January
No,
31st?
all these claims
Are due and true?
all these claims are due. Any of those transfers are in between line items, and there is a third page there that's to transfer on the jail payroll is between line items. The transfers are nothing but line items, and the claims are all due.
I
The
don't
only
think
thing
that's
we're
what
looking
they're
at is that
No.
last transfer.
What I'm saying is that there's not, on the 31st, it's not really necessary to approve any other transfers because you're not even approving, you should not
That's
even
correct.
be approving.
Right,
When you
anything.
have that special meeting on the 31st,
That's
you
for,
will only approve the transfer.
right.
There will not
That
be
one
any-
transfer is what we,
Yeah.
and we may not have to do that.
There will
And we may
not,
not have to do it.
there will not be any claims
Right, right.
presented
No, I'm sorry.
unless something would come up and I get a past due bill or something that really ought to be paid.
And you don't have the money to do it. Correct.
Yes,
That would be the only circumstance.
that's
That's
correct.
what I meant. Okay.
Yes, so in that special meeting, there will be no claims presented.
Great.
Unless it would be a utility, that we should have all the utilities.
I should have all that taken care of, I believe, Peggy.
Okay.
We gotta get this girl on to Florida is where we gotta get her.
That's exactly right. But she's been in a pretty good mood though, so.
All right, let's make it a better mood and get this over with and let them get the cutting checks.
Well, do I have a
So
second?
are we ready to call the roll?
Yeah, oh, no, wait a minute,
You
a
need a
second.
second.
Oh,
You
okay.
did the motion
Yes,
first.
beg
yes,
your pardon.
with the,
I second.
Okay, call the roll, Pat.
Magistrate Newman,
Yes.
Magistrate Riley,
yes,
Magistrate Coler.
Yes.
Judge Wood.
Yes, and I thank you, and unfortunately, we can't spend much more time, but that concludes this meeting.
I
And
make
we'll
a
see you
motion.
Monday at 5:15.
Bob, can
we
we
do 7, I cannot do it 5, I can only meet at 7.
We'll meet at 7.
7, so
We'll meet
7
at 7.
o'clock
Would you-
on,
I'd rather do it, we could do it Tuesday earlier, but I don't wanna wait another day.
I could only meet at 7 in the evenings, but so the 23rd, 7 o'clock caucus over the budget.
Yes.
Thank you.
And also, we're hoping, well, we can't talk about it. I'll put it
Okay.
in.
You'll
I-
issue the notice.
Yes.
I'm sorry, when did you set the caucus meeting?
7 o'clock Monday night.
You won't be there.
On Monday?
No, you won't be here.
I know, but I need to send out.
I noticed.
I need to notify the paper that we're gonna be meeting
I know, that's what I'm in.
Monday at 7.
At
Yes.
7?
We're
January
gonna put you on, what do you call it,
Skype,
Skype from Florida
we could FaceTime.
with your driver?
No, we're not, Pat. I will not let them do that. I make a motion, we adjourn.